Good evening, students. I do not like taking classes in this manner, so I am really sorry. But as you know, that day uh, my laptop just broke down so badly that it won't start again. So I have to resort to this method, which I do not prefer. But please bear with me for these two chapters. These are not very tough chapters, these are very simple, just geometrical things. I will explain it to you really nicely, and just pay attention. Okay, so here you see that this is a channel. Okay, this is a channel. So in this channel, this is the depth of water. Okay, this is the depth of water. I have marked with what? The sign of water. So this is y, that is from the bed having a slope theta. This is the depth of water. Okay, but this is in vertical manner, the way we are seeing from this point to this point. Okay, but actually if you consider the channel, then this is the actual depth. So y is actually the depth of flow for us, and d is the depth of flow section for this channel. Okay, so these are both things. If you look at the cross section, okay, if you look at the cross section, it would look something like this, where this is the top width, t is the top width of the free surface. So this was the free surface. If you look from the front, so this you are going to see, and this is y, that is depth of flow. Okay, so when we consider the slope and we look at the channel section, then dz is the depth of flow section. So d equals to y. When does this condition becomes d is equals to y? D equals to y becomes when there is no slope. Okay, since if you look at this, if this is y, then this is going to be d. Okay, d is the normal with this surface bed slope. So d is equal to y of cos theta. So cos theta is here. Okay, so this much I guess you are comfortable with. Now this is just a nomenclature. Here we are getting top width. Okay, then there is some wetted area. Wetted area is actually the area of the cross section. Okay, and wetted perimeter is the perimeter in contact with the fluid. And in case of top surface, you see that this is exposed to atmosphere. Now these are some nomenclature: wetted area, top width, then wetted perimeter. Perimeter mane ki porihimato. Okay, perimeter is the if it is a circle, then circumference is the perimeter of the circle. If it is a rectangle, then hetu perimeter gompua, circular perimeter to circumference boli ko. If we consider the perimeter of this, then this is this section. Okay, so a to whole amar channel, open channel to everything. Now based upon this, we are going to look into some terms like hydraulic radius and hydraulic depth. Okay, so hydraulic radius ki hoy, that is actually area by perimeter. So I want you to visualize something. Area mane ki hoy, jodi suppose you consider a circle. So circle ata ase, circular area to ase, and you divide that by its perimeter, then you get the hydraulic radius, right? So etu kyo radius hoise, area dhora meter square hole aru perimeter dhora meter. So obviously hydraulic radius is something in meter. Okay, so radius equals to a by p. Now ukol a area to, this area can be anything. It can be a rectangle, it can be a square, it can be a trapezium, but for our ease we are going to consider first rectangle. Lagile you can talk about square also based upon your requirements, because rectangle and square you can just see that here to call a square root, these things become equal, sides become equal, right? So R equals to A by P. If we are asked to find out what is the hydraulic radius, then A by P is the hydraulic radius. So area of a rectangle or rectangular channel is B into Y, right? That much we know. Then what is the perimeter? Perimeter is Y plus B plus Y, that is 2Y plus B. So this one. So this is the radius. What radius? Hydraulic radius. Then if we come to the configuration of circles, then for a circle we see that there can be two conditions. Actually I was drawing this, but I thought it is better to shift it so that you understand better. Circle can have two conditions. That is, when a circle is running full, that is yat guteihinit there is fluid. But there can be also another consequence, another condition where the circular section is not running full. So whenever circle is running full, what happens? These A and P changes with respect to when it is not. Okay, so what happens? If R equals to A by P, then A for a circle running full is pi by 4 into d square, and perimeter or circumference is pi d. Okay, 2 pi r or pi d. So that leaves us with d by 4. Okay, so please remember this, d by 4, right? Then for this there is a little bit of derivation which is not required. It's just that this is theta. Okay, actually it is 2 theta. If this was the case, then it would have been theta, but it is 2 theta. Okay, when we are considering a angle subtended in the center of the circular section, then we get this. Okay, so for that R becomes this, and from previous years that we have studied in class 9, 10, I guess, we know that area can be also expressed in this manner. Okay, so just this is not that important. Just if you want to mug up the formula, you can do that. And for hydraulic depth is the ratio of wetted area to top width, right? So wetted area ki hobo yat sobote everything will have different wetted area. For this rectangle, this is B into Y. For the circle, it is pi by 4 into d square when running full. When not running full, that is r square by 2 theta minus sine 2 theta. Okay, so hydraulic radius is the ratio between these two, wetted area to top width. Okay, so next let us come on to the topic of uniform flow in open channel, right? So uniform flow, we have already discussed what is uniform flow. That is, during a flow when the parameters are constant. Okay, it is not changing with distance. It is not changing with distance along the flow channel. So here let us consider this channel. Okay, so it is a uniform flow. Okay, non-uniform we are not going to study. We are going to study only uniform flow. So flow is uniform also, and flow is steady also. Steady, that is not changing with time. Now in this diagram you can see that this is a channel section, right? Then this is theta. Okay, so if we consider, okay, a section 1 1 and 2 2, right? So we will see that because of the slope, a weight is acting downwards, right? Weight is acting downwards, and when this weight is acting downward, it will have a component W sine theta. Normal is at an angle of theta, and the length of the channel is L. Why this is theta? This is normal, okay, and weight is acting at this theta because so geometry here, it's just simple geometry. If you extend this line, okay, if you extend this line, then this angle is theta. Okay, this is 90 degree and this is 90 minus theta. Okay, So if you extend this line where W is acting, okay, this is 90 degree, correct? Okay, this is 90 degree, and then this becomes our theta. Okay, we have rotated the weight in theta by theta degrees. Okay, by theta degrees we have rotated.